What's up, everyone? Anyways, I am Josh Langworthy. I'm your host, and welcome to another How to Let's Draw episode 9. So, yeah, surprise, we actually made it all the way here to episode 9, guys. And, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a side step here, and we're going to go ahead and switch from doing fan art and do a photorealistic line art drawing of a barn owl. Now, I'm not going to go in and do all the shading and all that stuff in this particular drawing like I usually do, but because this is a request from my half sister, I'm going to go ahead and respect that. So, yeah, Jen, hi, thank you for the request, and I do love you very much, by the way, half sister. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just start up on this barn owl, and we're actually gonna go ahead and do a reference from this particular picture. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and yeah, peace out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to start off with the skeleton, like I do anything, but I think this particular drawing, we're going to actually start off with a bubble art, and that's just because it's going to make things a lot easier. It's going to go a lot quicker in this particular tutorial, and I'll show you guys how to do that obviously in this tutorial. And then when I get close to the ending of the bubble art, I'll switch over to the narration and explain a little bit more what the bubble art means on that. I know in the last tutorial I explained that, but this is a little bit different, as it's more shapes that I see here than I do see skeletons. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and go with my 0.5 pencil. Actually, you know what? I don't want my 0.5 pencil today. I'm going to go with my 0.7 pencil, my Sakura, just because it makes my lines a little bit more smoother than my 0.5. My 0.5 does a little bit more with the details, but the smoother, smoother lines come from my Sakura pencil. So, yeah. Go ahead and get that started. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and start off with a big old circle. And actually, I'm debating if I should turn that around. What if I turn that around? Hopefully that'll work on the camera for you guys. But yeah, I don't like to do it usually this way, but we are. So he's got a 3/4 head. Keep that in mind, and his head's actually going to look kind of like this. The head is kind of shaped a lot like a human's, kind of. But though there's a little slight difference here, and that's this little triangle that's going to be this bubble piece right here, and that's going to be obviously his beak. So that's because this is in 3/4 frontal view. Now I'm going to put an action line. This is called an action line, and that's just to show off where to put my proportions. And this action line right here, everything evolves from there. So it's kind of important that I do that. From here, I actually see a big old circle that actually kind of goes in here like this. And you got his body piece like that. So we got another circle that comes in right here. Another circle that comes in right here. Those are for his legs. You got his claw that comes right here, and there's going to be some foreshortening here. And you got, see, this right here is actually, there's another bubble right here for his other piece of the leg. And then you got his other leg right here. It circles on outward like this. And you got some foreshortening going on in here with his claw. It should look something like this. And these will change, and the proportions will change from this bubble art drastically. I'm just kind of just doing this just for minor indications and where I should have them estimately, not specifically yet. Now you're going to go ahead and have another piece that comes down here like this for his tail feathers. And these are his separations of the tail feathers. Those will all change later. And then his wing, obviously, comes from this direction here. So we got one circle here, and then we got like an angel wing piece that comes out here like this. Kind of morphs in there like this. And then you get another piece that kind of comes out here like this. Morphs into like that, and you got the back pieces all right here. This again, right here, looks like it's going to be about right here. This particular piece right there. And that will change again, like I said, that will too. And you got another piece of the feather which comes right out here from the wing. Another piece that comes out here like this, and it scoops on downward like that, and then the bottom piece kind of ends up looking somewhere right there. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and explain a little bit more in the tutorial. Yeah. Alright guys, so as you can see, this scan in here for this this narration, you're gonna notice there's a lot of things to bubble art. As you saw, I didn't put any skeleton there. There's really no reason to, because there's a lot of shapes there, and as you can see, I made that very apparent. Now, everything that you see here isn't permanent, and it won't be permanent. In fact, a lot of things, the beauty about bubble art is the fact that you have the free will to change it at any moment. It doesn't have to be perfectly on proportion, but you know, it's gesture work still. You're trying to be as accurate as you can before you put the drawing down, before you put all the proportions on, because this is what's going to ultimately be what becomes your main piece in the end. So, but there's already a few areas in this particular bubble art that I see that were from the reference I have, where I can go ahead and shift upwards instead of just leaving it where it is. But for the most part, it's pretty accurate to what the picture has, and it will change. But like I said, it's bubble art. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid to call them out and then fix them, because the bubble art's just the basic piece. You can change and fix it for the proportions later. So that's the beauty between bubble art and skeletal art as a baseline. So skeletons, you have the proportion. You don't have the proportions down correctly, bam, the whole picture is done and over with. So yeah. All right, guys. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and just start finishing the drawing. And there's really not much more for me to do, because we obviously skipped the skeletal step, and because we didn't need to do that part. So from here to the next piece, it's going to be it. It'll probably be finished and finalized, but I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing here. But the next narration you guys see, or not really the next narration, but the next video you see, it'll be of video piece of this tutorial will be of the final product of obviously this particular owl. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and start up a little bit on his face here. I'm going to add in these eyeballs first. So eyeballs are pretty decently sized, about right here. They're not completely crazy looking either, but they're not humanoid either, so keep that in mind when you're drawing an owl's eye. Just like this piece right here covers over this piece, which comes right here too. Just like that. I'm going to switch over to my 0.5 for the details. And I'll probably be drawing the 0.5 for the remainder of the drawing, so just because of how small this particular drawing will be, I'm going to probably have to. So there's a little bit of fur over his beak there. Technically feathers, but they look like fur. It looks just like that. This eyepiece actually kind of looks more ghostly like, with it flaring out like this. It's going to go under his eyeball like that. Another piece way over here. And this piece is all the way over here. Just kind of joins inward right here. And again, kind of goes up here. It stops right there. Now to draw this particular top piece. The top piece is not actually completely oval. It's actually somewhat flat. Like so. And then you got this piece right here. Which goes like this for this top piece. And then you got this piece right here. Alright. I'll leave it there for now, guys, and I'll hit you guys back up afterwards. Alright, just before we go ahead and go to the last part, I know I said I was probably going to hop on over to the last piece of the drawing. I just want to go ahead and explain a little bit on the hands here. As you can see, these hands are not very easy. There's a lot of foreshortening going on here. The way how I did it was by adding in a lot of these circles here. As you see, these circles became my guidelines, and I kind of drew it from there. Now, the other piece I wanted to get at here was on how to draw these feathers. These feathers are a pain in the butt, probably, for most of you, the people to understand. The more fur-like, though, for the feathers, the more of a kind of a very very strokous look. The less furry looking, the more of a smoother line you're going to get. And so when I go ahead and come down here onto this particular feather here, right here, I'm going to go ahead and do less stroke and just more just straight up line. See that? And whereas right over here where there's more fur here, I'm just going to do more stroke lines. Okay, and so this is how what it looks like when you get it all the way down with the feathers just starting to go in, and the feet also as well. Like I said, I used the circles in the feet on how to draw that. There's a lot of foreshortening going on in there, so the claws aren't very easy to do, and then yeah, the face was kind of annoying as well. But once you can get the fur and all that stuff, the feathers that look like fur, the other feathers come in line once you get it as a nice stroke, and it'll all come together. You'll see that at the end of this tutorial. And there you guys have it. That is a barn owl. And so yeah, as you can see, the wings have probably the most detail in the whole entire drawing, with all the crazy lines going around. But the face is quite complicated as well for me to hit, just because I'm not so used to drawing faces like that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and explain a little bit more into the narration on how I got the details there. Well, there you guys have it. That is how you draw a barn owl. And so yeah, like I said, there's not really much more for me to tell you, but the specific details in the wings are just a pain in the butt. And like I said in the last narration, the way how I got these feathers in, it was specifically just by how I had straight, nice, real firm strokes on the feathers. And then in certain areas where it looked more feathery like, I did a little bit more choppier, very choppier strokes. To get the little effect I have on the head, all I did is basically just did pointillism. And you don't have to use pointillism. In fact, if you can actually draw it the way it shows in the pictures that you look at with the owls with those black dots on there, and actually look at a little more proportionate, I would go for it. But to get those black dots up on top, I gave it a little bit of illusion by just doing pointillism, and I kind of darkened it up with the pointillism and all that stuff. So yeah, anyways guys, I'm your host, Josh Langworthy, and if you got a request like my half-sister did, give me it. I'll take it in consideration, and there's more than likely a good chance that you will see your work on my How To Let's Draw here on YouTube. Anyways, guys, hit me up. Like I said, if you have any questions, concerns, and yeah, get my name out there, guys. Help me. I'm here for you guys. Peace out, guys. Bye. And that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for viewing again, and yeah, make sure you hit me up on my YouTube, and if you guys are from my Facebook or Twitter or Google Plus, maybe even Instagram, because I do kind of do a snapshot and throw a link up there. But yeah, hit me up on my YouTube, guys, where you guys can find all my videos I have on my How To Let's Draws, and then more, some my wacky, weird videos that have nothing to do with my How To Let's Draw tutorials. But yeah, some even my video game streaming if you guys aren't even into that. So, but yeah, thanks for viewing, guys, and hope to see you guys next time. Bye.